Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Farmers Market, talking Charleston Blue Jays basketball. Alvin Washington from Mid-America Sports. On the line with me is their Hall of Fame coach, Danny Farmer of the Blue Jays. Coach, welcome back.
Thank you, Alvin.
Banner week for the club this week at the SEMO Conference Tournament, something no one has done in the past 4 years, and that's dethrone the Sikeston Bulldogs as champions of the SEMO Conference Tournament, and you did it by wearing down Sikeston in the one quarter they were strong at, and that was in the third quarter.
Yeah, Alvin, we had scouted Sikeston, and we knew that they normally make that burst in that third quarter. So we wanted to concentrate on that quarter and make sure that we stay close, And we also, I had to use a bunch of players the same as Sikeston, so I had to go to my bench too. And see how that come out, but we were able to stay close in that third quarter.
Now, there was a bit of a difference in this contest as opposed to last year's regular season conference contest at the Cage, where you had a bit of a slight lead in the third quarter, only to let Sikeston go out on an early run and just pull away from you. Was there something maybe defensively that you saw that tipped the tide in your favor this time?
Well, yeah. Well, we knew. I knew going into the game defensively that Sikeston hadn't faced a very aggressive, in-your-face man defense the whole game, full court. So I knew it was going to take its toll also, and I felt we had the players that could give them some problems too. We have the quickness that can give them some problems. So I was hoping that their shots wouldn't fall because they have some very good shooters too. And I was hoping the shots wouldn't fall in that third quarter.
Talking with Coach Danny Farmer of the Charleston Blue Jays here on the Farmers Market as we recap the SEMO Conference Tournament. Now, the game before that, an equally tough game against Cape Central. You fell behind early, managed to come back late in the game and win that one by about 8 or 9 points to go to the tournament championship. Similar style in Central as in Sikeston?
Well, no, Central is a totally different style. Central, they rely on those big guys, and and we're undersized. And the big guys, they gave us some problems there in the beginning. The one Teasdale, he had a very good game, but I thought my postman, he fouled out the game. He played a great game against Teasdale, even though Teasdale scored 24. I think he had to earn all 24 of the shots. But against that big team, you got to knock your shots down, and we weren't shooting the ball very well. We didn't play a very good game against Cape. We were fortunate to come out on top.
We'll take a short break. We'll come back. We'll look at the week ahead right before the holiday tournament season. And speaking of the holiday tournament, Charleston finds himself in a rather familiar position, the number 1 seed. All of that in a moment. This is the Farmers Market on Mid-America Sports.
Back here on Prepcast Southeast, getting ready for the big SEMO Conference showdown between the Central Tigers and the Sikeston Bulldogs here at Sikeston Fieldhouse. The Southeast Sports Care tip-off show continues with our talk with Coach Greg Hollifield of the undefeated Sikeston Bulldogs. Coach, welcome.
Well, thank you very much.
Last time we seen you guys, you had a real easy second-half push against Charleston in conference play and rolled to a 20-point win. This team has not slowed down since the start of the season with a tournament title in tow and the number 1 ranking in Class 4. You have to be proud of your young men.
Well, our players have done well. They're working hard, and they have a focus on what they want to accomplish, and from that perspective, they've done real well.
One of the young players that really has made it happen for you has been your big man down low in Corey Porter, the senior center. Probably one of the biggest men in all of the SEMO Conference, if not the SEMO region. And his ability to get the offensive rebounds have been key to the offensive push of this team.
Yeah, he's a great rebounder, does a great job, especially on the defensive boards, at getting the basketball out, which allows us to start our break. He's really a factor inside, does a great job with positioning. You're right, he's really played well for us.
Coach Greg Hollifield of Sikeston joining us here on the Southeast Sports Care Tip-Off Show as the Sikeston Bulldogs put their undefeated record on the line against the Cape Central Tigers. And this is one of those rare opportunities that the teams get in a state-ranked environment, because this is the first time, I believe, since you've been at this school that both teams come into this game in the state rankings. And that not only bodes well for both programs, but also this entire region as a whole among the big schools.
Yeah, this is my 13th year, and we've had some great games with Cape over those years. But, that's a good question. I don't know know. I didn't know that was the fact, but they have a great program, and they've really done a good job of getting things rolling there.
When you see Drew Church, one of the young Lions on the coaching ranks across from you in this matchup, what parallels do you see in him that you bring back from your older days?
Well, a lot of similarities. When I first came to Sikeston, we played a slower pace, very similar pace to what they play now. So, from that perspective, I see a lot of similarities.